Good afternoon. The jury on the Craig White fraud trial has returned a not guilty verdict. Throughout the trial, White had denied acquiring Rangers by fraud in May 2011. Well, our sports news correspondent Grant Russell was in court.
The case against Craig White lasted 31 days here at the High Court in Glasgow and several years of preliminary hearings before. But it took a jury of 8 men and 7 women just 2 hours to return a not guilty verdict on both charges against Mr White. The first charge, a charge of fraud, that he had used money that was not available to him at the point he concluded the purchase of Rangers from the Murray Group in 2011. It took the jury just 2 hours to return a not guilty verdict there. The second charge was a more technical charge under the Companies Act, one of financial assistance, that he had used Rangers' money to pay back a bank debt to Lloyds Banking Group. Again, the jury found him not guilty. Craig White is yet to speak about today's verdict. His law firm has tweeted to say that's how you win a case. Grant Russell, STV News at the High Court in Glasgow.
A minute's silence has been held to remember the victims of the terror attack in London. 7 people died after a van drove along pavements on London Bridge before men emerged from it and stabbed people on Saturday. Police Scotland says armed officers will be on patrol at Hampden on Saturday for the Scotland-England World Cup qualifier. Police have named a man who died after a 2-vehicle crash on the A96 in Aberdeenshire near Pitcaple. Alexander Ogg, who was 67 and from the Huntly area, died after the collision involving a Honda Jazz and a Renault Master van. The male driver of the car is currently in hospital being treated for serious injuries. The oil industry has been warned it must learn from the cost savings it has made during the downturn if it is to remain competitive. That was the message as industry leaders gathered in Aberdeen for the Oil and Gas Industry Conference. Thousands of people have lost their jobs because of the falling oil price. And this evening, the leaders of the main Scottish parties will go head-to-head on STV in the final live debate of this election. The show, in front of an audience of voters, was postponed after the Manchester terror attack. The programme will be on STV between 8:30 and 10 p.m. Now here's Joe with a look at the weather forecast.
STV Weather, sponsored by Thompson.
Hello, what a lot of rain there's already been. It is now easing off across the Western Isles, but there is a lot of rain to come as we go through today across northern and northeastern parts. The Met Office do have a yellow be aware warning, and there could be some problems with localised flooding as that rain just keeps on coming as we go through tonight and the first part of Wednesday. So though we begin to see clearer skies for the west coast and temperatures dipping down to around 8 or 9 Celsius, we've got a brisk breeze, more heavy rain across northeastern Scotland, and that will gradually begin to ease away as we go through tomorrow morning.
STV Weather, sponsored by Thompson.
That's it for now. Join Norman for all today's news and sport at 6. Until then, from all the team here, have a good afternoon. Goodbye.